Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you. Bum 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Anyway, hello, hi, welcome. The show's name is Politics. Although I call it Politrix, and the title of this episode is Hitman. My name is Presh, and introducing my new co-host,
I'm Isailun,
who's my brother, and the first thing I want to ask is, why are you a Zionist?
I'm not a Zionist.
Alright. Why am I saying that? If it's untrue, this is the thing. I only speak truths. So if I'm saying it, it's probably true. But tell me why I'm wrong.
Because I'm just stating facts.
What are the
I'm
facts?
stating
What are the facts?
Under international law.
State the facts. In plain English, let the people know what you believe.
Okay. As a first offense, the Israel is entitled to invade Palestine. That was it. They are entitled to declare war. They're entitled to invade. I'm not saying it's right that they are targeting civilians and the way they decided to, target Hamas, but they have, under international law, they have every right to invade and declare war.
So can we just go back a little bit? You said how they decided to target Hamas. How did they decide to target Hamas?
By targeting civilians.
There we go. We've got him, folks.
That's what I said.
We've got him.
I said they aren't entitled to that.
So, anyway, who did you vote for?
That's
what?
Private information.
Yeah, but I'm asking.
Okay, I voted for the DA.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ, bro. Every single person I've asked has voted for the DA.
I don't see that as a bad thing.
Why? Are you a liberal?
I just think that Cape Town is run really well.
Have you been to Cape Town?
Yes.
When?
A long time ago.
13 years ago.
Okay, fair. But I have friends that live in Cape Town currently. And from the way, they've explained it and from what I can see, it doesn't seem to be run too badly.
It's propaganda. They cater for the 1%, right? If you're a poor person living in liberal Cape Town, you're kind of getting fucked left, right, and center. But, you believe what you want to believe. I'm not judging. You can be a DA voter and a Zionist.
Who did you vote for?
By the way, the DA are a Zionist party. They believe in... They're backing Israel.
Right.
So, you're in good company.
Right. Sure.
Yeah, who did I vote for?
Yeah.
I don't vote.
Then you don't get to have a say.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
If you don't vote, if you don't try to make a difference and try...
well, here I am saying something.
You
can't stop me.
It's not valid. It's not valid.
How is that not valid?
Because you don't make an active effort to try and change anything.
I'm making a conscious... you know what a conscientious object is?
Yeah.
They don't go to war because they don't believe in it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I watched the movie Ali last night. Muhammad Ali refused to go to war because he was a conscientious objector. Anyway, I'm a conscientious objector to voting.
So then you don't have a say on how the country's run or how...
Look, you have the right to vote.
Yeah.
You also have the right to not vote.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying...
stop the harassment.
I'm not... You just
Stop
don't...
Asian hate.
It's... Oh.
I'm Asian. India is in Asia and you're hating on me.
I'm not hating
Stop
on you
Asian
because
hate.
you're Indian.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you're hating on me, and I am. Stop Asian hate.
They have no correlation.
Carry on with what you're saying.
What?
What were you saying?
It's not your opinion on how the country is run isn't valid because you don't actively...
Have you ever heard the phrase, not saying something is also saying something?
Yeah.
I'm voicing my displeasure by not voting.
Okay, so then...
I'm saying, look at the parties available to me. None of them inspire me with enough confidence that I'm willing to get out of bed and go and vote. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That should tell you, and by the way, this is, we spoke about this in the election spectacular, this is the lowest turnout for an election we've ever had in, democratic South Africa, so post-94, right? So a lot of people feel like me that there's no party that represents their beliefs. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
yeah.
So not saying something is also saying something. If, people, if there was somebody out there that was smart, they would, do surveys and find out what's stopping people from voting. What would those people be like? What would get them to come and vote, and see if that would jive with their party manifesto.
Right.
And see, if they can win undecided voters. But who's doing that? There's people who pander to their own bases.
So why don't you do that?
I'm not a politician. I'm just a commentator.
So then?
You know what they say. Those who do. Those who can't, commentate.
Okay.
Alright.
Right.
Anyway. So last week I didn't have a good explanation for what the GNU is. So I thought I would do some research, and this is what I found. Well, do you know what the GNU is?
No.
Alright. Hang on. GNU is an extensive collection of free software which can be used as an operating system or can be used in parts with other operating systems. The use of the completed GNU tools led to the family of operating systems popularly known as Linux.
Okay.
I'm just joking, folks. I'm just joking. I made a joke. We have fun here, don't we, folks? We have fun. This is not a sad podcast. This is we have a little bit of fun here. Obviously, GNU means the Government of National Unity, which is... Now, I thought this was a specific thing last week, because I didn't do research. This week, I looked into it, right? And I thought it was a specific thing, like a specific way that to do something, but this is just like, there's no set structure, and power sharing will be decided, on a case-by-case basis on agreements between parties. So it's just another form of a coalition, but without the reliance on a specific partner, right? Therefore, not giving power to that partner. So I mentioned this whole thing last week that to get into a coalition with a smaller party gives that smaller party an outsized share of the say.
Yeah.
Because they're what's giving the ANC the majority.
Yeah.
Getting into this specific structure of the GNU stops them giving power to whatever smaller party they would be in a coalition with.
Yeah.
Right. But like I mentioned last week, the main thing you need to take away from the GNU is that the ANC cannot just pass whatever legislation they want. There will be greater oversight over their dealings, which is a very positive thing for us as South Africans.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. Other people can have other opinions, like you.
Yeah.
Like Zionism is good. That's your opinion.
No.
Anyway, so yesterday was the first meeting of the National Assembly. What do you think about it?
I didn't watch it.
Great stuff. Neither did I. Well, the main thing is Cyril Ramaphosa was re-elected as president of the Republic of South Africa. And, yeah, that's all we need to talk about, because that's just a lot of boring ceremony and, like, just people getting together for the first time. Like, who gives a shit about this? Hey, this is why I couldn't be a politician, about, all this, like, boring stuff.
Yeah.
I prefer to be doing other stuff, like watching movies.
Yeah.
Anyway, our next news story, the Euros are starting this week. Well, it started last night.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the tournament as a whole?
I think it's great.
Very good commentary.
Sorry, I'm not. I just think it's a good tournament to see who, a bit of competition. I like it.
Oh. You could say that about any competition.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is biting analysis. We're getting
Sorry.
Look, here's my thoughts. We have 3 favorites: England, France, Portugal, right? They have the 3 best teams on paper. But Portugal and England are doing fuck all, right? Why? Because of their managers. Can you put your phone on
D&D?
D&D?
Do not disturb.
Oh. I was thinking about Dungeons and Dragons. But anyway, that's very rude to always be on your phone. Back in my day, people had conversations. They just weren't always bloody playing with the phone.
I was putting it off.
Okay. Whatever. What is it saying? The Euros.
Yeah.
Gareth Southgate. Big crook. I don't have anything against Southgate, It's just he loves his mates. You know what I'm saying? He only plays his mates. Maguire, Pickford, I don't know. There's lots of guys that don't deserve to be in that England team, and he just keeps on picking them because they're his mates. For any reason, picking Jordan Henderson is a sackable offense, right? This guy, but again, I have nothing personal against. I have something personal against Harry Kane. He's a born loser, and I think he's gonna lose again at this Euros, bro. Yeah. Anyway, that was the first part of what I was saying. The second part is, not satisfied with destroying Belgium's golden generation, Roberto Martinez has come to Portugal to destroy their new golden generation. Because he is a big dipshit, bro. He's unbelievably bad as a manager. And yes, Ronaldo is not going to get that second Euros, which is a shame, stat padding Euros would be... I watched last night, they were showing previous Euros.
Yeah.
And I've totally forgot he was injured for the final. He was on the bench and he's so shameless. He was standing there like the manager shouting at the players. Oh my god. Anyway, then the third one I said is France, which they're probably the favorites. If not the outright favorites, tied with those other two. But I have nothing to say, right? My pick for the tournament, Germany, right? They have a very good manager in Julian Nagelsmann.
Mm-hmm.
They have an exciting young team.
Okay.
Like they say, they don't know to be scared. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're too young to know to be scared, right? They play fearlessly.
Yeah.
And Toni Kroos, he could be on for Ballon d'Or.
Baller.
Yes. So he pulled the strings last night. They won 5-1 in the opening match. And yeah. I think Germany is going to do it. And they're on home soil.
Yeah.
So that's gives you advantage, home field advantage. Although I mentioned this last night, and Auntie said she could argue that that's not true because at Goodison Park, Everton always get trolled. Made me chuckle. For like a dark horse, I don't. I'm hoping maybe the Netherlands.
I was also my like dark horse pick was
great stuff.
No,
Now you're coming in. Okay, tell us.
I'm just saying that I thought they had a good team. I don't know their manager.
Okay.
But I just think from what I saw in the friendlies and stuff, I thought they were, they played good football.
Okay.
Enjoyable football to watch.
Now, their manager is another big crook. His name is Ronald Koeman.
Oh.
Who, I'm pretty sure he lost the league with Messi in his team, which, that tells you all you need to know. Do you have any news?
Not really. The Boys, season 4.
That's not for news.
Oh, okay. Then, not really, no.
You don't pay attention to the world around you.
Not really.
Yeah, typical DA voter.
Oh.
Alright, so can we get into the context of the movie?
Yep.
Let's just see. Oh, already 15 minutes in. So, the film is directed by Richard Linklater. As I call him, Tricky Dick. Right? That's how you know, in politics, although I call it politics, they call Richard Nixon Tricky Dick. Which, that's just them trying to, tear down a great man. It's bullshit, But Richard Linklater, he makes very, movies that trick you. That's why I call him that. Right? He's a director I'm a huge fan of. I haven't seen all of his movies, so I can't speak about him in terms of his entire career, but I wanted to highlight a couple of things in his filmography. Right?
Yep.
The first being his stoner coming-of-age comedies like Dazed and Confused and Everybody Wants Some. Right? Now, I don't smoke marijuana by myself, but these are classic hangout movies as Quentin Tarantino describes it. Right? When you rewatch the movie, it feels like hanging out with old friends, which is, I don't know. I haven't rewatched any of these movies. I watched them once and then I kind of memory hold them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe. Then the second type of movie that I love from him is his aging in real time movies. Right? Have you heard of the Before trilogy?
No.
They're a series of romantic comedies.
Yeah.
Well, are they comedies? Just romance movies, right? One was made in the 90s.
Yeah.
One in the 2000s, and the last one in 2013.
Okay.
Apparently, they think of making another one, right? Oh. But in the first movie, they fall in love on a train. They meet each other on a train and fall in love. Then the second one, they married. In the third one, they have children.
Okay.
So it's it's the same actors that re-meet up every couple of years to do a follow-up.
Okay.
But again, it's been 11 years now. So,
Yeah.
Then the second one in the same category, I think is an even bigger achievement, even though I prefer the Before trilogy, is the movie Boyhood.
Right.
Boyhood was similarly shot over the course of 11 years over this boy's life and in real time. They just met every once in a while to check in and get some new footage.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's, I don't think anyone's ever done that, 11 years.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know the entirety of film history,
True.
But I'm just saying it's very interesting that he's done two kind of things like this.
Yeah.
Where there's people who've never experimented.
Yeah. I really like that concept, actually,
Mm.
of like real time and, you know.
Mm. Lastly, it's not a type of movie, but a specific one, and that's School of Rock. Have you heard of that?
I have.
Right? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
This movie went nuts when I was a child, and I totally loved it, right? I believe that it's a cornerstone movie for people my age. It's, you know, about finding the music inside of you.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mm.
I was trying to make a like some sort of joke, but then I was gonna be like, you gotta vomit, and then you'll see what's inside of you. Like, hopefully there'll be music inside there. Anyway, now he obviously makes a whole lot of different movies as well. You know, like the one we're talking about today. But I just wanted to recount those to say why I'm a huge fan. He's very experimental, and he does like a lot of kids movies.
Yeah.
Or like kids growing up, that kind of thing, right?
Right.
The movie stars Glenn Powell, who I first noticed in the previously mentioned Linklater film Everybody Wants Some, right? But he's obviously much more well known for Top Gun Maverick and last year's Anyone But You, right?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of his. Well, not a big fan. I'm just a fan.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be a big fan of everyone.
True.
I'm a fan.
Okay.
And he also co-wrote this movie with Linklater. So, thoughts on Linklater? Thoughts on Glenn Powell?
Yeah, I think I don't know Linklater was the director, but I liked his. Yeah, I like from what I've heard now. He seems like a cool guy,
Okay.
and yeah, I really.
He's friends with Alex Jones.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, as a conspiracy theorist. And like my best friend.
Oh, okay.
I wish he was. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, I like Glenn Powell.
Mm.
I liked him in Top Gun. I liked him in Anyone But You.
Mm.
Those were the only two movies I really recount
Okay.
him. Yeah, but I like them.
Okay. Biting analysis once again.
Sorry.
No, but I mean, what's to say, you know?
Yeah.
The other star is Adria Arjona, who I know from Andor and Morbius, and I like her a lot as well. And I don't have really nothing to say about her, but after reading her Wikipedia, I see that she's in a relationship with Jason Momoa. And I know you love Jason Momoa, so I thought I'd throw in that little fact.
I love Jason Momoa.
Yeah. Makes no sense. His hair is so long,
He
bro.
is.
I don't like his
so-
hair at all.
He's an attractive man.
Okay. We can all believe what we believe.
Yeah.
But his hair is too long, bro. It's out of control. Needs a barber needs to like in the middle of the night tie him up and cut his hair off. Go bald to teach him a lesson. Right? But yeah. Anyway, lastly, the movie is distributed by Netflix, who won the rights from going to whatever film festival this debuted at. I think
Yeah.
it was Cannes. But you can't blame me if I got that one wrong. I just forgot to Google.
Good one.
Okay,
Good one.
well, anyway, to get into my thoughts for the movie, the number one thing that this movie has going for it is Glenn Powell's acting, right? He really sells that he's somebody else every time he is quote-unquote acting, right? He brings an entirely different swagger and energy than when he's the teacher, right? This definitely would not have worked in the hands of a worse actor. The rest of the actors are fine. They're not bad, but no one is doing anything amazing, and no one character stands out to me. Glenn Powell is carrying this whole movie on his back. Thoughts about the acting?
Yeah, I agree. No one really, like made a lasting impact on me like that. I remember after the movie, I'm like,
And that, I think, speaks to the writing as well. Like I said, none of the characters pop.
yeah,
I guess maybe the guy, the cop.
yeah. That is also
the other cop was like, the first thing we hear out of his mouth is, "It's fucking cancel culture bullshit." And we found out that it's because he beat up like
Children.
beat up children,
Yeah.
bro. Maybe that guy. He was interesting.
He was really
Right.
funny.
Next thing is, the husband wasn't as scary as she made him out to be. I was shocked when she said, "I just divorced him." Right? If divorce was on the table, why was she trying to murder him? Right?
Yeah.
Just divorce and move on. I thought he would be like some mafia don, but he's just some guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't scary. He wasn't he didn't have anyone around him that would like indicate that he's like a big shot.
Yes.
It was just the only time we saw him was in an alleyway with his one friend.
Yes.
You
And
know?
it seems like he has anger issues.
Yeah.
But that's really it. Which I guess that's bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not like you can just get away from him.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's usually our job on the show to define the meaning of the film, but this one is kind enough to have Glenn Powell as the teacher just outright tell us, right? For number one, it asks us the question, can a person truly change? What do you think?
I think that's
Glenn Powell has like several conversations with people about this, right?
Yeah.
And what do you think?
I think people can really change in a moral sense. There's been a lot of people that they've done bad stuff, and I don't know, they've changed, they've worked through their wrongdoings, they've worked through what's wrong with them, and come out as a better person, I guess.
Yes, I agree totally, because I was one of those people. I was a right-winger, right? Until I was, touched by the immortal science of Marxist-Leninism, right? And Bernie Sanders pulled me out of like a barrel of shit. Imagine there's a big barrel and you're inside there and it's covered, you're covered from head to toe in shit. And then this Jewish senator from, where's he from? The senator from, where's the, I can't remember where he's from now, but he reached in, and he grabbed me and he pulled me out of the shit, right? And now I'm a left-winger, right? He totally changed my personality, right? So I truly believe that people can change. But I don't believe that Glenn Powell did change in this movie. I believe that he's still putting on an act.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, like, I think if the movie went on a little bit, I know they did like a time skip, but ignore that time skip, right? I think if the movie ended, just when they killed that guy, like maybe a couple months down the line, they would have like left each other.
Yeah.
Because like she was in love with an idea that he was putting forward.
Yeah.
And he was like, he's not that same person. He gained a little bit of, confidence from it, but it's not the same as literally changing and being a different person.
Yeah.
Right? So again, I believe it's possible. I just don't believe that it's what's happened here. Right? Then the second thing is, it says that the manner which he comes about this change is by marrying his id and superego. Are you familiar with these concepts?
Yeah.
Why do you?
Psychology.
All right. So can you explain?
So.
Well, they explain in the movie, but
Yeah.
nevertheless, just run through it again.
Okay,
for the people who don't understand, not me.
Right. True. Your id is just your human desires. It just says want. I want this. I want this. It's gonna bring you satisfaction. Get me this. Your superego basically differentiates between you can get this. It's in our means to get this satisfaction or get this desire. But how you gonna go about it? So if you want food and you want this certain type of food, but let's say, I don't know, you can only get it if you drive for 20 minutes. So your superego deciphers, is it in our means to go 20 minutes to get that, and it will either, do it or not do it. So, yeah, those are the differences.
You can think about it as a cup of tea and a saucer. The tea is hot and, filled with passion.
Yeah.
While the saucer is cool and cools down the tea. Yeah. Which is, the id is the tea and the superego is the saucer. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Anyway. But I don't believe that, that he did marry his id and superego to find a balance, because I think it's all id.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, they murdered this guy, got away with it, and he married this girl, this lady. So it was all passion. There was no let's be rational about this.
Yeah.
There was nothing rational. It was all passion. So, yeah.
True. It was just like a...
Yes. So I don't believe, I see what the movie is presenting. I just I reject that that's what happened.
Yeah.
Right? The next point I want to make is that this movie is not very cinematic.
Yeah.
Right? There's just boring medium and close shots. There's nothing interesting in the photography. Right? The closest it comes to doing something interesting is the smash cuts to the jail picture, which made me chuckle. Right?
Right.
It'll be him just chatting to somebody and then cut to their jail picture, which, again, made me chuckle, but, that's fine. A chuckle is fine. You hate a chuckle. Why is the face like that?
No.
So it's only a laugh or nothing for you, is it?
No. I think it had the same effect on me. So.
Yeah. Do you have any other things to say?
No.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it for me as well. Can we get into the recommendations? Hello?
I don't have any recommendations.
It's fine. I'll just speak through it, right?
Okay.
Anyway, speaking about Netflix, I watched the final season of Sweet Tooth this week. Are you familiar with Sweet Tooth?
Can't say that I am.
Right. I started watching it because someone I respect recommended it, but I don't really enjoy it. And I watched this season, seasons 2 and 3, because when I watch something, I need to finish it. Right. The story is that children begin to be born as animal/human hybrids, and along with this comes the disease called the sick, and it starts to kill humans. So humans blame the hybrids for the sick. Are you following?
Yeah.
Right. Our story follows Gus, who is half a deer, and by that I don't mean he's like a deer boy.
Yeah.
He's very dear to somebody. I mean, he's a mixture of a deer with antlers and a human. Right. DEER. Right. And how he navigates the world that hates him. It's supposed to be very heartwarming, but unfortunately I feel nothing. Are you listening?
Yeah.
I feel nothing. Right? I also find that it's very preachy and heavy-handed with its political messaging. So I give it a 6.
Okay. It does sound interesting, though. The concept of, navigating a world that hates them. I think that's a good...
Well, let me direct you to something far, far, far better.
Okay.
The X-Men.
Yes.
The world hates the X-Men.
I know.
But they persevere still.
Yes.
But I believe in Magneto. We should punish the humans.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Fair.
Just my opinion, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, then I spoke about Blank Check before with you.
No.
We did an episode on Kong versus
Yeah.
Godzilla, and I spoke about Blank Check.
Oh, okay, well.
Well, so listen, I go through directors' filmographies
Okay.
because, like I mentioned, if I see a movie that I like,
Yeah.
it's more than likely I'm going to like the director's other movies.
Yeah.
So I started doing that, and then I found this podcast that goes through people's filmographies.
Yeah.
Right? And they're doing, well, not now, but like 2 years ago, they did a series on Michael Mann.
Okay.
And I'm currently going through that series.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Michael Mann?
No.
All right. He's like a classic old guy director.
Okay.
Old guys love watching Michael Mann movies, right? If you're an old guy, 1,000,000% you've seen and you've loved a Michael Mann movie.
Yeah.
Right. So this weekend I rewatched The Insider. Right. That's adult cinema at its finest. Right. And I don't mean porno. I mean, this is about a news producer and a whistleblower trying to take down the big tobacco companies with an interview segment.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's should be very boring.
Yeah.
It's 2.5 hours long, but it's such a banger movie, bro.
Really?
Yes. You don't feel the time. It's but yes, this is not for kids.
Yeah.
This is adult shit.
Okay.
Right. I love the acting, the score, and the tense atmosphere. Right, I give it a 9.
Okay.
The next Michael Mann movie I watched was Ali, starring Will Smith. It's a biopic about Muhammad Ali and chronicles his life as a boxer and a Muslim. This is an excellent movie, but the acting is very weird. He got nominated for Best Actor for Ali.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
He finally won for King Richard in 2022, but yeah, his first nomination was for Ali, and he's awful in this movie. I'm shocked what the voters of that year were doing, bro, because it's no good.
Yeah.
And Jon Voight also gets a nomination, which I don't think he deserves as well, but it's less egregious than, because like Jon Voight is not bad. He's just not that amazing. But Will Smith is actively bad in this movie. Right? Well, it's not that he's bad. He's decided, he made a choice on a specific type of accent.
Yeah.
But that accent doesn't suit him.
Oh.
And it feels odd and weird as he's speaking.
Yeah.
So his performance of that accent is the problem.
Okay.
So, yes. And basically everyone in this movie is doing too much.
Yeah.
Right? It's a lot of overacting.
Okay.
It also spends too much time with Malcolm X, which, I was fine with. Malcolm X, are you familiar with him?
Yeah.
The civil rights leader?
Yep.
Many people, well, this isn't a one-to-one parallel, and the creator of it didn't design it this way, but on a very surface level parallel, Malcolm X is Magneto, and Martin Luther King is Charles Xavier.
Yeah.
Right? So Malcolm X, every time I think of him, I think about Magneto. But anyway, you could cut out like 15 minutes of this movie and it would be better. I give the movie an 8.
Okay.
But again, adult cinema.
Yeah.
This is about, the power of Islam. Well, it's not really. It's kind of like how they like threw him under the bus, but never mind that.
Yeah.
Let's move on. So another podcast I used to listen to, but it's ended now, is called Show Me the Meaning. Have you heard of this?
I have not.
Have you heard of the channel Wisecrack?
No.
Okay, but there's a YouTube channel called Wisecrack, and they had a podcast called Show Me the Meaning, right? And their contention was that every movie has a philosophical meaning. In the same way, I believe that every movie has a political meaning, right? So, like, they would delight in this Hitman movie. They would be like, oh, they literally just, told us their theory.
Yeah.
Right? So they were a big influence on this show,
Yeah.
on politics, although I call it politics, right?
Okay.
Anyway, I still have several episodes left, and one of those is for the movie Being John Malkovich. Have you ever heard of this?
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
So it's directed by Spike Jonze, but more importantly, written by Charlie Kaufman. Right? Charlie Kaufman is an unbelievably smart and interesting writer, and I delight in watching his films. Have you seen Adaptation?
No.
Actually, the only one you would have watched is maybe Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I've heard about that. I
Alright.
haven't watched it.
But yes, his movies are like, they get nominated for awards, but they don't, like, a lot of people don't watch it. So
Yeah.
he's not like a household name, but I really love his movies. Now the thing is, he's moved on to directing himself,
Okay.
right? And I don't think the movies he directed are as good as when he collaborates with the director. So he made a bunch of movies with Spike Jonze.
Okay.
So I think his two main collaborators were Spike Jonze and Michel Gondry. And I think he should go back to making movies about, him just writing movies, but
Yeah.
that's just my opinion, right? Anyway, this particular movie is about a puppeteer who finds a tunnel into the mind of character actor John Malkovich and the chaos that ensues from this find. It's a funny and thought-provoking movie, and I give it a 9.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
And all his movies are unique.
Yeah.
It's not what you would expect.
Yeah.
So, yes. The thing is, they're always missing that last thing, Like, I give it a 9,
Yeah.
but it could have used, like, a kick or something, like...
Yeah.
all the ingredients are there, but it's just not working
Yeah.
for me, right?
Okay.
Then I watched the Arthur Penn movie Night Moves, right? Arthur Penn made the Missouri Breaks. Are you familiar?
No.
Alright. Have you seen the movie Old?
No.
Damn. Alright, in the movie Old, they go to a beach that makes you old,
Okay.
right? And the guy, he starts going senile.
Oh, I think
You have seen it.
I either have seen it or I've seen a movie that takes, a similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this guy starts going senile and he starts saying, "What's the movie with Jack Nicholson and Marlon Brando? What's the movie with Jack Nicholson and Marlon Brando?" And he keeps saying that, and nobody
Yeah.
can tell him. And that movie is the Missouri Breaks.
Okay.
So I went to watch that after I watched Old,
Oh. Okay.
and not a fan.
Oh.
Very like, they're very good actors, but it just didn't work as a movie. But Arthur Penn, I love Night Moves.
Yeah.
Right? It's a tense detective thriller, which is exactly the shit I love, right?
Yeah.
It stars Gene Hackman as a detective with a rocky marriage, and he stumbles across a plot of intrigue and malice. I give it an 8 because, it's like, the third act is kind of weird, and it's hard to follow, but the atmosphere, the vibes are crazy in this movie.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, like, one of the benchmarks of a movie for me is how many times do I check my phone for the time, or my watch, whatever, right? And I literally just sat there for and this was like a tight hour, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So in and out, I was there. I didn't look at my watch once. I was just glued to the TV when I watched this. But yes, like I said, third act problems and some like weird effects.
Yeah.
There's very clearly like tomato sauce where they're supposed to be bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes. Finally, this week saw the return of The Boys. Now, I don't know if I'm just desensitized, but I didn't squirm at all the fucked up things that happened. And I actually found it quite tiresome. So far, it's better than season 3, which I didn't like at all. And obviously, I hope it gets better from here. Have you seen it?
I've seen the first episode.
Oh,
Yeah, I haven't really had time
okay.
to. But yeah, from the first episode, I think it's great. And I don't like. I think the point of The Boys is like for that like fucked up shit and gory stuff and like.
I understand that, but
Yeah.
I'm saying they've done so many fucked up things. I'm kind of tired of it now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, how do they top themselves?
Yeah, I heard them say that this season is like the most fucked up, and like, you know.
Yes, I understand. I understand that they believe that.
Yeah.
I'm saying, to me,
Yeah.
does that map onto what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm.
I get that.
Do you have any TV shows that you've been watching this week?
No, just The Boys.
You've been on holiday.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing?
Just going to the gym, playing games.
Okay.
So pretty much.
What have you been playing?
FIFA, COD.
And how are those going?
Quite fun. I play pro clubs
Mm.
with a bunch of my friends, and yeah, so at the end of the season we got demoted. No, everyone gets demoted.
Oh, okay.
So they put you back in like Div 5 or whatever,
Mm.
and we're back at Div 1 now. So road to Elite Division
Okay.
on the way. Yeah.
All right, good. I think that's the end of the show. Thank you for listening. Please remember to rate, review, subscribe, give a like, etc. Importantly, it needs to be a 5-star review. You know, on 4.5, you're dead to me. You can find all our links at PAICIP.com. That's PAICIP.com. Please tell a friend. Tell that friend to tell a friend. Tell a family member. And, well, how was the first episode? Well, you had an episode before, but how was this episode, I should say?
It's quite fun.
Hmm.
Light-hearted. I like it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so goodbye.
Bye.